Good morning, Franz. Fantasy was first this morning, and also the first early arrival, followed by Neff. And then Ross Riders came in third. Course fourth, and he's streaking! 95 stream streak, holy shit. Was it 100 streams? Oh wait, it's not Cora that's streaking, it's Ross that's streaking! Oh my goodness. Sorry, Ross. Stole your thunder. 95 stream streak. That's insane. You people are insane. Except blanking a hot chocolate over yawning and meowing. Meow. Sorry, I'm very tired this morning. I did not sleep very well last night. But we got lots of the painting done. Cora, thank you for the hydrate. Necromancer's fifth. Hi, Necromancer. My brain is not functioning today. I was awake like all night. But since I saw Neff's name earlier, it's Maraca time. I'm so tired that I had to like count the number of pills left and be like, how many days are still here? What day is it? What even am I? And do I exist? I don't exist. Maraca's taken. Well, just the one Maraca. I'm an EPC. There's gonna be really low energy today. If I fall asleep, just tell Neff to come to my house and kick me or something. He doesn't know where I live, but, I don't know. He'll figure something out. So, I've been working on refining the painting from basically the top down. Cleaning glasses is a pain. Good morning, Roman. I use the ends of my sleeves. It's probably why my glasses are always scratched. Yeah, I'm just kind of working my way down the painting at this point. Top to bottom, doing a final refining. Background's gonna get a lot of cleanup as well. Top to bottom, finals coming in hot. What's sleeping? Is it edible? I don't know. But I hope it tastes good. Why do we exist? Just to suffer? Yeah. I'm so tired, man. Yes, we are doing painting finals. I think I had yeah. So we're in like super fine detail phase. Of course, I'm not gonna like draw all of the frizz. It's gonna be smoother than that. The whole scene is heartfelt and sincere. Hey, Koof, how you doing? It's good to see ya. How have you been? Welcome back. We're painting this pretty lady here. As a matter of fact, I think I want the other brush. You know what, since I use this brush so much, I'm gonna put it right at the top with the round mixing brush. Oh, I forgot to turn Spirit City on again. I am so sorry. the hazards of having my rain and thunder noises. Oh goodness. Hello? Steam? You gonna show up? Okay, cool. Fantasy's just sleeping in their cell in Compliment Jail. It's a mood. I am very low energy today. I'm hoping the coffee will wake me up, but coffee has a tendency to make people with ADHD very tired, and I'm no longer on my meds at the moment because there's a shortage. Doing pretty good, just doing the usual animation. Make sure you share your animations on the Discord. No, I'm overthinking it, but I imagine trying to sleep some nights would be an issue. With those antlers, absolutely they would. My horns are somehow robust enough that I can wear them to bed. But, those antlers would be a pain in the ass to sleep with. Yeah, we have the Discord for sharing stuff. You can just drop it in Arting, or you can make yourself a Studios thread. If there's stuff you want to share it there. You can even put links to your own like socials in your studio thread or in the self-promo section. Here's the Discord if you don't have it already. Also is one of the Taros and variety. Getting around anywhere in any place not meant for such creatures. Yep. Spirit City is open now, yeah? Why is Spirit City not open? Back! There we go. You have your seagulls now. There, we'll pet the bird just for Fantasy, so the Fantasy knows the bird has been pet. Okay. Now you guys should have some ambience in the background and not just my very annoyingly short playlist. Because I refuse to make music with AI. Apparently these antlers apparently these antlers are made out of foam. Incarnate voice. No, Seagull! No, this is my fire! No, Seagull! Bad Seagull! No, Seagull! Steven Seagull? Oh, fries, not fires. It's like, the fuck? I'm so fucking tired, man. Christ. Fires. Anyways, I shared some of my stuff in the Discord. Those ones are really rough to video on my phone. And the real project is the current one, which is on my PC. Fair enough, fair enough. I could go take a peek. Necromancer, do you like my Steven Seagal joke? Nah. I already took me meds because I saw your name earlier. Just your presence as a reminder. And I hit my teeth with my mug. The most annoying part about the chip that I took out of my mug is it's exactly on the spot where I drink. I have arrived! You may all resume panicking. Okay. Necromancer says, at Nif, eat your noms. Yup. Eat your noms. Take your meds. That goes for you too, Necromancer. Oh, I'm so tired. Tesla was being a little bit of a shit and wouldn't let me go back to sleep after I woke up. I also, like, have you guys ever gotten that thing where, like, it's gonna require a bit of a sketch? Well, like, you know, you got your leg with your little heel and your toes, your foot. Have you ever had, like, a cramp in the tendon here that causes all of the tendons in your toes to, like, really tighten up, specifically along, like, the main line, and then it's like trying to fold your foot in half this way and, like, lift your toe up backwards? Have you ever had that? Neff has had that. That's what happened to me last night at 1 in the morning. And the only way I can make it stop is to get up and just walk. Which is kind of funny because I think walking is what's been causing the problem. Because I went for a walk yesterday after stream. I was to feed myself, but I'm too lazy to walk to the kitchen and cook. Coof, go eat food. Or just be hungry. Being hungry is okay. It's perfectly fine. I made her ear too big, but that's okay. We can make it the right size. Since all this stuff is just sketched in anyways. Gives us the opportunity to sharpen up this line a little bit. I love the liquefy tool. If you use it the right way, you can get some really interesting effects. Senko! Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. How you doing? We're working on a commission. It was nice to see you again. Make sure you're not on data. Make sure you're on Wi-Fi, buddy. Yes, time zone approved. Greetings, Tog, to you, my German friend. Good morning. Trying to draw a scene where a person is asleep, exhausted on Lami's coils when someone else asks if they should wake the fella up. So Lami's like, no, let the poor fella sleep. Thanks for the reminder, I'm on Wi-Fi right now. That's good, that's good. We're painting someone's Mythodia character, actually. As I understand it, this is what is this? R/ am I the a-hole? For not allowing a family member to fly on vacation. For context, a family member saved for ages to afford the vacation they already paid for. And it's supposed to start at the end of March, but now since the new conflicts have started, many people and many airplanes have been grounded and aren't allowed to leave, but I'm scared of her being potentially stuck in a country she barely even knows. You can't stop an adult from going places. And, if they aren't an adult and they paid for this vacation and you're like a parent or something, one, you're an asshole. Two, if they saved their own money and paid for it on their own, you owe them that money back as far as I'm concerned. But yes, you are kind of an asshole. But it largely depends on which country she's going to. Is she going to Iran or Israel? Or any of the ones that are presently being randomly attacked by Iran? Yeah, I agree with Koof. If they're an adult, they can choose. You can't stop somebody. If they decide to go, they decide to go. Something happens, it is their own fault. But, look, we are on the precipice. Like, the knife's edge of World War III. It's terrifying. Oh yeah, Koof, the United States started war with Iran, and when they figured out that Iran wasn't a weak pushover pussy weakling, they're like, oh well, we'll just do a ceasefire, and Iran was like, nope, this is jihad. And also, the Americans are like, no, this is jihad, because Israel wants the entirety of the Middle East because the Christian fundamentalists all believe that this is going to be the second coming of Christ, and therefore laws and constitutions and politics and everything doesn't matter because the world is going to end anyways. And it's all because of Donald Trump trying to cover for the Epstein files. So this is Epstein World War III. We are literally sitting on the edge of it. Like, Iran is like, well, we're gonna not just attack Israel back, but we're gonna attack everybody that supports the US. which includes NATO countries. Yeah. Yeah, Koof. And it's the Usonians that got us all here. Because they voted in Donald Trump a second time. I don't mean to talk about this stuff on my stream, but it was brought up. We are so close to seeing a nuke drop in our lifetimes that it's not even a joke anymore. Like it's an actual serious possibility. We might see a nuke go off in the next month or two. Didn't they already attack Turkey? They're just attacking everybody. They attacked Saudi Arabia, they attacked Qatar, they've attacked the UAE. What is it? Pakistan says Afghanistan is theirs. Afghanistan says no. India says Pakistan is theirs. Pakistan says no, so they're all fighting. China wants Taiwan. Russia's still attacking Ukraine, and Iran is using these very, very inexpensive Shahed drones to attack everybody, and the United States is using these missiles that are very expensive, and we're running out of them. And I say we, as in they are running out of them, and they didn't plan for this because they thought Iran would fold like a paper crane. But the way the enforcer put it, it's like defending against a Prius using a Bugatti Veyron, right? Like throwing a Lamborghini at a Prius for each one of these missiles. So, you want to know why you don't have free healthcare in the United States? It's because of the president. You want to know why we're about to have a world annihilation? It's because of the president. Because American exceptionalism is bad. The president of peace, yes. Well, I'm the president of peace! I stopped 8 wars! As a matter of fact, I didn't stop 8 wars. You've probably started about 24 of them. Oh, and the United States also started war in Ecuador. Ecuador, of all places. No, Senko, I've been holding it in for days. You set it off. This is like a hairline fracture, and then the whole building collapses. It's like the seaside condominium. Just couldn't take it anymore. What did Ecuador do? Gangs. Ecuador has gangs and cartels. Yeah, there's like 13 countries involved. This is why it's so important to pay attention to the news and what's happening, because the fact that even Koof doesn't know what's going on, and he's probably, out of all of us, the closest to the conflict, because I'm assuming you're somewhere in Africa from the things you've said. Other than me being a Canadian and right next door to the United States. But as far as like where shit's actually going down in Iran, I think Koof is probably like geographically the closest. And they're expecting that Iran has had sleeper cells in all of the Western nations for ages, so we're gonna start seeing all of those sleeper cells activate. If we had just let the Ayatollah die of old age, we probably would have seen regime change just by the sheer fact that all of the young people in Iran were against everything that the regime was doing. And the Ayatollah was like 86. Like, the man was gonna die soon anyways. But instead, they've made everybody rally around the flag and rally around their fucking religion. I hate religion. Religion is evil, and we all need to stop. It's going to destroy our species. It might even not just destroy our species, but the rest of the species on the planet. And I have rage. Because quite frankly, cats should rule the world. Just to be silly for a moment. I don't want my cat to die. He's very precious. And I like birds and things, you know? I like nature and trees and just hanging out. There's so many people that I care about in Europe. Corvids will rule the world if humans disappear. Yep. And we all know that, like, crocodiles will just exist forever since they're, like, the oldest species in existence. He promised no more wars. Yeah, we all told you so. All you MAGA fucks, we told you so. We told you so. And they're like, he's lying to us. How could he? And we're just like, oh, just like the Picard double face palm, please. Oh, we told you. We showed you all of the evidence. Why did you not listen? It's because you're stupid. We should stop fangirling a 2,000-year-old fanfiction of a dude dying on a cross. Yeah. He said no more wars. We were always at war with X. Yeah, that's his justification. He's like, oh, I'm ending the war. Yeah, he's like, I didn't start the war. We were always at war with them. Bitch. The reason Iran collapsed was because of America. Jesus Christ got nailed harder than everyone here in chat. Oh, Senko, I like you so much. You're certainly nailed harder than I am. Look, Ross, it's getting to the point where Texas is going blue. Like, it's almost guaranteed at this point that Texas is going to go blue. You might have full Dem control of the House, Senate, and pretty much everything. Yeah, Texas going blue is insane. Because they're the most gerrymandered state out of all of them. And when the people who are like, we don't even have to think about voting because the rules are so pitted in our favor, all turn, you know you're fucked. Oh, he ain't my president. I'm Canadian. I got a prime minister. We're a Westminster democracy. The people can turn around and go, yeah, no, we could have voted non-confidence against you, Mr. Prime Minister. Fuck you. You're out of office. I'm pretty sure the president is making everyone lose faith in the U.S. Yeah, as a Canadian, we've made our own social media network called Gander Social. Anyone is allowed to join it. Anytime you post a news article, they have this little system that tells you the factuality levels and the lean, like the political lean, whether it's left, right, or center of the article that you've posted. Isn't the new guy chill and smart pastor or something in Texas? I don't know. Texas is having like a runoff election right now. But the Dem for Texas Senate is, he just seems like a cool guy, and like he and Jasmine were fighting for the seat, and like Jasmine Crockett's a firecracker, don't get me wrong. I think she would be yeah, she's a fierce lady. I'll love her. I pay more attention to American politics than I do my own country's politics because I have so much faith in my own country's politics. I mean, Doug Ford needs to go, don't get me wrong. People keep voting for that fuckwad. They voted for his brother too, and I'm like, why? And I get why, and it's because we have a problem with representation in the provinces. And we need to fix that. I also avoid helping humans because they're tired of watching humans repeat the same mistakes every few years. Yeah. That's like every Democratic person ever who has a rational brain between their ears. You guys woke me up. The rage, the anguish, and the rage that sustains me. He's not my president, he's a dictator. He's also a cheater and a liar, and I'm pretty sure he won the election by cheating. I don't think he actually legitimately won. I think Elon was involved in manipulating the votes from the machines. And I think it will all come to light later just how bad everything is. Canada does have the same issue as America, voting on team colors, not intent and plans. Yeah, we're quickly seeing the downsides of that. Canada is smartening up pretty fast, but we've still got, like, Maple MAGA, and we just need to send them all to the war zone. When World War III starts, you just send them all over there. And, then you won't have any left. People fell for a dream which Trump gave, and well, oh well. I remember watching Asmongold and seeing Trump as an aura farmer. Yeah. Trump is an aura farmer. But, when you strip away the glamour, it's really just a big pile of shit. And the only aura you get is the shit stink that comes with it. Yeah, we are leaving the US behind. The EU's working on EU-made software and stuff for, like, office work. Yep. I know, like, most of the, I believe it's Germany, actually, switched over to Linux. A private Linux distro for their, entire, government setup. And, I encourage Canada to do the same. And Mark Carney just gave a speech to the Australian Parliament, and we're launching our own satellite communication system in, like, the next few years. And it's going to be in partnership with the EU and Australia, so the smaller countries, or the smaller global powers, quote-unquote, are all going to be working together to make sure that, we have communication systems that aren't reliant on American infrastructure. Same with, like, data centers and other things like that. So, yeah. Canada's economy has surpassed the United States. We're doing very, very well. I just need a fucking job. But you know what? If war comes, there will be jobs. There will be plenty of jobs, because we'll need people to manufacture stuff. I know, USA can't be trusted anymore. And the problem is they have all the nukes. And that's why the whole nuclear armament thing, everybody's just like, well, this fell apart. This fell apart, so we're going to start arming ourselves. So we are once again entering a phase of nuclear weapons development. Poland is looking to arm themselves. I believe Germany is thinking of doing the same thing. I think they have some already. I think they were among the first. The rest of Europe is falling under France's nuclear umbrella. And you'll be like that weird uncle that nobody likes at family gatherings. They have been for a while, Senko. It's just that weird uncle's really bad behavior has come to light, and now we're all horrified. Like, we're just sitting there with our jaws on the floors going, oh my god, he's a kitty diddler. Like, we all had our suspicions, but now we know for sure. And his immediate family is not holding him accountable, and the rest of us are like, in the extended family, are like, what the fuck? That is exactly what's happening. It is a war to cover up the Epstein files. America's the Florida of the world. Yeah. America just became all of Florida. And I said that, like, what, 2 decades ago? I'm like, eventually all of America is going to be Florida. And I was right. I saw it coming. To quote the insufferable Noxtaku, vindication! As far as VTubers go, he's a piece of shit. Like, I tried to be tolerant of him, but he just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And then he supported the genocide in Gaza, and I was like, no. We should have paid attention when Russia attacked Ukraine and Trump got voted in, and Poland was like, uh-oh, we've seen this before, tighten security and get our military into high gear. The problem is, Poland is also extremely right-wing. They're misogynistic, xenophobic, racist. They're literally just Texas. They're the Texas of Europe. But, Poland is, going in the right direction in terms of protecting themselves. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the only good Nazi is a dead one. Before the current attacks, 78% of German people disliked US/Trump. Now it's probably more. Well, I can tell you, Senko, you know Wacky. He's AFD. I wonder how he feels about, you know, trying to convince me that Trump was anti-war. And I don't want to bring it up to him because I don't want him to feel like he's stupid, but you made the wrong play there, buddy. Feel bad about that. Because it's like, no matter how much I tried to convince him that Donald Trump was problematic and that the AFD was bad, and like the whole AFD, the entirety of the AFD is just an Epstein psyop. So like, congratulations, you got played by the pedophile ring, the global cabal that I'm pretty sure was responsible for the death of Michael Jackson. That whole thing about Michael Jackson being a kitty diddler, it turns out that none of that was true. It was in fact the opposite. He knew about everything going on, and as powerful and as popular as he was, there was nothing he could do. So he created Neverland Ranch as a place for the kids to go to be safe from the predators in Hollywood. and they destroyed him for it because he was taking away their money. You want to know how far back this goes? It goes all the way back. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I would say take a look at Heath Ledger's death too, because that doesn't sound like it's, you know, once you start looking into Hollywood and the good people of Hollywood who always unfortunately die young or suffer from problems with drugs. It's because they were trafficked and yeah, no, we shouldn't be making more nukes, yet here we are. Yeah. I don't think that Heath Ledger's death was a simple pharmacy mix-up. Michael had traumatic events in his own childhood, that's why he made Neverland. He wanted a safe place to he wanted to make a safe place for kids. Yeah, Senko, he also knew what was going on. And he couldn't stop it. All he could do was protect as many kids as possible. So, all hail to the king of pop. Koof, we have enough nukes to annihilate all life on this planet. Yep. And people wonder why I want to go live in the woods. As far away from the capital city as possible. People are like, why wouldn't you want to live in the city? Because the cities are going to be the first ones to be bombed. It's so alarming, everything that's going on. So yeah, if you didn't know, the US took the world into a global conflict with Iran at the epicenter. They've found that some of the drones that Iran is using actually has Russian writing on them, so now Russia is supplying Iran with Russian drones. Russian Shahed drones that are Iranian. So, like, it's gone backward. Their supply chain is reversed. And Russia is like, oh, we're gonna mobilize like 2.4 million troops. So they're gonna do like a mass mobilization of all of their people, and they're probably just gonna turn around and raffle stomp Ukraine. Because the United States is too busy dealing with Iran, China's probably gonna take Taiwan in a very bloody conflict. And probably kill everybody there. Let's just face it, they'll just kill them all. And put their own people on that land. Just like what Israel is doing to Gaza, Lebanon, and the rest of the Middle East. That is their plan. It's insane. So just so you know, that's where the world stands right now. And as a Canadian who has already threatened to have their country taken over by the whack job that's almost started World War III, and I live in the capital city, I am terrified for my life. So try not to think about it. I'm just going to paint pretty pictures and hope that my packages from China still arrive, because I'm certainly not buying anything from the United States anymore. Never buying anything from the US ever again. I'm sorry, Americans. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that. Until you guys like have full electoral and constitutional reform and put safeties in place, I can't support the Usonian economy. And I hate the fact that like I have to even stream on Twitch. I wish there was a Canadian equivalent. And I would start one today if I knew how. Russia has a list of potential cities to nuke, and my city is one of them. Yeah. Hanover is a central location, isn't it? Or like, yeah, it's Hanover, isn't it? Frankfurt, Hanover. Oh yeah, and there's that like military facility that's like near Conquest. Denmark may not have to scan products to check if it's US made or not. Yep. There's like a ranking system of how you can check the packaging on something, and there's rules about things saying like product of Canada or made in Canada or packaged in Canada, and there's like a percentage of Canadian product and Canadian workforce that has to go into that. So there's actually a list of that somewhere. Oh, sorry, Cinco. Well, just so you know, nobody really listens to me anyway, so it's just you guys. It's a very big city. There's lots of people. I wouldn't worry about it. But we'll leave that one there. Minute do not affect all of us with crushing humanity's ability to produce food, and essentially many countries will generally starve to death. Absolutely. Poor Ross had to just go lie down, be away. Yeah, like I am genuinely concerned, and we are doing everything in our power, the rational countries that is, to not go in that direction. We are doing literally everything we can. It's like we're trying to stop the world's largest dog by hanging on to the leash as a toddler. If it makes you feel any better. What, that we'll all starve to death? I won't. I know how to grow stuff even indoors, so even if there isn't any, like, warm enough weather because of, you know, freezing temperatures, it's the lack of sunlight that's the biggest problem. Most countries don't even have the military power, so essentially our fate is put in the hands of morons. Yep. I know our country has ramped up military spending. Like, we have rapidly ramped it up since Donald Trump got into office and started threatening us. When the whole US debacle started, stores were scrambling to get rid of stuff like Jack Daniel's whiskey and stuff and replace it with more local products. It still exists though, but it takes up way less space. Yep. Canada has removed a lot of American products from our shelves. My country can't even afford bullets for police. We're not doing shit. Oh, rip. Is this when Koof becomes like the president of Africa in the future because he's just done with shit? Africa just becomes one nation. Please, no more mega countries. Canada is really big, but there's not much here. It's because it's mostly winter. It's like 70% of our land is just too cold to live in. And it's too miserable to live in because it's all like Arctic tundra. So we're just like, yeah, there's only like 40 million people in this country. I mean, why not? I mean, if it's so corrupt, you could pull a Vladimir Zelensky. Yeah, just pull a Zelensky and become president. Like, run as a joke and see if you become president. And then just, like, hike up those boots and take out all the corruption and the stupid. And, hey, make Africa a great place. Why not? You guys haven't had a chance to fuck up the world. I say give these guys the chance. Canada's just like maple syrup and beavers, eh? We're just like, please leave us alone. We just want to be left alone with our igloos. Then the world was working on removing nukes before now, and now it's a new Cold War again? Yep, that's exactly what it was. Because Obama created a program for Iran to denuclearize, and it was working, and they had agreed to it and everything. And because Donald Trump is a racist fuck, he can't stand that Obama did anything better than he ever could in his life, and he ripped up that deal. And he's like, no, Iran can't have any nuclear capabilities, not even for energy. And Iran was like, well, fuck you. And apparently, like, just before the attack, they had finally, like, come to some agreement, and Donald Trump attacked them anyways. So that's the US. They make you promises, and then they attack you anyways. And the whole reason that Iran is, like, a fascist, like, hyper-dictatorship, a theocracy, murderous regime in the first place is because the United States and Israel didn't want somebody who was going to nationalize their oil production. Iran was a democratic country, and they were going to nationalize their oil. And the rich guys couldn't have that. So in the 1950s, the United States had their leader killed. And they turned into what they are today in the 1970s. They just broke down and broke down and broke down until they became what they are. And now, there are US military leaders telling their troops who are going on deployment that this is the fight for the Holy Land. And I'm like, if my commander told me that, I'd be like, I'm not going. Because fuck you. Obama was the GOAT president, yes. I mean, he had his issues. If Hillary hadn't cheated Bernie out of his position as the DNC leader, I don't think Donald Trump ever would have won, period. So, this is all on Hillary, and once again, more Epstein class. Rich white people fucking around. It's the worst thing ever, and I hate it. I hate it all. And while I believe that the whole, like, Trump getting his ear shot off thing was a setup by the Republicans, I wish that guy hadn't missed. Because we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Because the US wouldn't have a deranged, dementia-addled piece of shit, Cheeto-faced, tiny-fingered, ferret-wearing shit given for a president. US troops were protesting by clogging the toilets on the ships. Well, they need to clog them more. They need to They need to sabotage and literally throw their boots into the engines. Just like the Japanese threw their sabo into the gears of the machines. So the term sabotage comes from. They just need to, the US troops just need to refuse straight up to fight. The problem is they're all MAGA. Why do you think Donald Trump had all of the LGBTQIA plus people and the quote-unquote diversity hires all removed from the military? They're planning to build a luxury hotel in Gaza. They're trying to turn Gaza into like the next Las Vegas. That's what they want. But we all know what Donald Trump does to casinos. He runs them into the ground and bankrupts them because he can't actually do business. He's actually a fucking idiot. I don't know anything about business, and I could run a hotel or a casino better than Donald Trump. And I know jack shit about business. And I'm just a nobody who can't even find a goddamn job. And I can say confidently, I could run a hotel business or a casino business better than Donald Trump. One thing Trump did is pushing the EU to finally get their shit together and work together more to the point that EU-wide central military and better trade. So yeah, Canada too. We're joining the EU in partnership. Strong partnerships. And like we've made deals with China and India, as much as I don't like it, but like they are manufacturing powerhouses. India makes all of our drugs. It's so corrupt that the president outwardly said, if you vote for me, we will do corruption together. Yeah, that's why you just, like, run, like, a comedic campaign. Like, you need to go, like, Lord Buckethead or, what's his name? The Vermin Supreme. Like, you just go that route, and if you become president, you just actually turn around and do real shit. Because, like, I don't know how it works in your country, Koof, but, like, you could run a funny campaign like Lord Buckethead or Vermin Supreme, and you could probably get an entire cabinet together or whatever to run everything properly. You just find the right people and you select them all and you say, we're gonna run on this as a joke and see if we win. And if we win, we're actually gonna do like a baller job and remove all the corruption, but you keep this complete and utter secret. Hey, Roman. You missed all the scary stuff, so that's probably good. I have a feeling my viewership's gonna be pretty low today. People don't like it when I talk about reality, because we come here to escape reality. Senko lit a fire inside of me, and I'm just like, oh, my rage! Money disconnects people from the human condition. The further disconnected you are from the people, the more easily you're able to be cruel. Yep. History repeats itself the moment the kings realize that the people are about to revolt. They start a war in some random ass country to redirect the focus to find a new common enemy instead. Yep. But you don't want to go the route of the French Revolution because that also leads to lots of horror. You look at the history of the French Revolution and it was pretty bad. It was so bad. You need guardrails in place for whoever's taken over. Like whoever's doing the coup, you need to make sure you have the guardrails in place and say, we never cross these lines. And like, these are the target problems, and we need to take these targets out, whether you mass arrest them across the nation all at once, or, you know, feed them to the guillotine. Which I would rather not do. I would rather see the people in power face justice. Because I don't want to go down the route to become the bad guy that they are. I'm back. I don't think I'm gonna say sorry for what I've done. How I've said it makes any goddamn sense. That's fine. We are all raging against the machine today. Today is Rage Against the Machine Day. I've had like no sleep, and my brain is tired. Probably run for president. Madame is super conservative here, so yeah, super religious. It was better to try and say, oh well. Yeah? You see, the reason that America got to where it is because everybody said, oh well, instead of trying. Just start your own party, Koof, and like, I don't know. I kind of like my idea if like the whole country's just so fed up and everyone's like, oh well, I'm not gonna vote for anybody. Yeah, Ross, you're not part of the problem. You're part of the solution. You're one of the people who actually tries. Yeah, just like if people are not voting because they're it's so corrupt that they're like, well, what's the point? I kind of like the idea of creating a joke party to make fun of all of the other guys. And then if you get like a super majority by some insane stroke of luck, just turn around and actually do the right thing. Instead of falling to the corruption. I'll hold you to that. You just contact me on Discord and go, oh, say, what do I do? And I'm like, just do the right thing, man. Just do the right thing. Though, you might get assassinated. That is always a risk. Taking out corruption will always have a risk of assassination. So surround yourself with the right people and the good people who believe in what you're doing. And I would take some time to very carefully select that group of people. Am I out of line to be pissed off at those who didn't vote as well? No, you're not out of line to be pissed off at those who didn't vote. I'm pissed off at those who didn't vote. See, like, Perf didn't vote, but she had just changed states. Like, she was in the middle of moving states when the vote happened. Because, like, shit went down in her life, and she literally could not get the paperwork together in time. So, I give her a pass on not voting, because she was in the middle of, like, bullshit in her own life that was completely out of her control. So, like, there are people who didn't vote for good reasons. So you can't totally, like, sweeping generalization, just blanket blame people. But for the most part, the people who didn't vote or voted for Republicans just because they're like, oh, well, I just wanted to see the system burn down because the Democrats are, you know, just as corrupt and lazy and status quo. Those people you can blame too. The thing is, I'm pretty unlikely to have kids or marry because I'm not super duper into relationships and might not be seen favorably in this conservative place. Well, you can always pretend. But like I said, if you run on a joke, the people who are like you are more likely to come out of the woodwork and support you, and you would probably be surprised that there are a lot more people like you than not. And what you do is, you know, one of the things you run on, maybe, is like, I don't know, run on some family values, but more, Actually, I wouldn't run on any family values. Just don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Do like Vermin Supreme, where he's like, free ponies for every citizen. The man got votes, you know. Yeah, many young people are pissed off at the bullshit, and they don't even bother voting. So what you're seeing in the statistics of this area is really conservative is actually probably quite the opposite, and it's the rest of the people are so disenfranchised that they don't even vote, so they're not even on the statistics. So it just looks like everybody's conservative, when in fact, like, 30% of people are actually conservative. Those who vote or are in favor acceleration is specifically the kind that wants to speed things up to a collapse. Try to be like, break it all down, start from scratch. I think the system is still salvageable. Look at Ukraine. Ukraine was vastly corrupt, and a comedian who played the president in a television series or movie or whatever it was. He was a comedian who played the president in a comedy, ran for president as a joke, and he became like the most badass motherfucker on this planet. Zelensky is going down as one of the most influential figures of this century. Yeah, no. He said, I don't need a ride, I need ammunition. And you don't need to be perfect. Absolutely, you don't need to be perfect. Perfect is an illusion. You need to be human. And you need to understand the plight of the people. And he understood more than anyone. The man was a goddamn comedian, and now he's like one of the most serious people on the planet. And honestly, like, I have so much respect for Zelensky, it's ridiculous. Yes, that is something that you would expect out of a movie. You know, it's like all of the people at the naval base on the island that Russia took at the very start of the war. Russia said surrender or die, and the people on the island were like, go fuck yourselves. All the soldiers on the island were just like, yeah, go fuck yourselves, Russia. Come and get us. Those people were eventually returned to Ukraine in prisoner exchange. Well, the ones that lived. And they're fucking heroes. Because they were kind of the icon of resistance to the evil. And look where we are. Russia thought they would take Ukraine in 3 days. And here we are 3 years later, and they're still fighting. And Russia is starting to lose ground. Someone did the math, and a snail would have crossed Ukraine by now if starting from one border to the other and just moving at a literal snail's pace would have already made it all the way to the other edge of Ukraine. And the Russians haven't moved their front lines much since the first 3 months of the war. Actually, probably since the first 3 weeks of the war. Like, Ukraine took back a whole fucking region. And they're Russian warship, go fuck yourself, yep. This is it, isn't it? Yeah, just say it. Russian warship, go fuck yourself. Yeah. You're just dying for you? Okay. In Germany, kids/teens were protesting against the military draft, and police started to gather them up, drag them into cop cars and stuff, and then back into school, even though it was agreed and okay for the principal. Yeah, and like, I don't think draft is really necessary. Um, People will always fight for their home. Look at Ukraine. Uh, they do have mandatory military service, I think. Um, but once the war started, more people started signing up. They allowed women to join their military, and some of the most badass fighters are women. But, you know, we have mama bear mode, right? So one good thing about being a woman is we have mama bear mode. And I have Canadian mama bear mode. I will go nuclear. Like, full Geneva Convention list is on the table. I've got it written out, and I will use every last fucking one of them, and I will come up with more for the list later, kind of mama bear mode. Yeah, why not? Go fuck yourself. Yep. I have done no painting. Well, I've done a little bit of painting. But yes, Senko activated my trap card. That dragged me into the most heated talk that I have been holding in for weeks. It's okay, Senko. I feel a little bit lighter today. Fantasy woke up just in time for it to all end. It's great. Fantasy doesn't need to panic. Don't watch the first half of the VOD, Fantasy. Look, Senko, sometimes we need to, like, clearly, Koof didn't even know what's going on, and he's geographically closer to any of it than the rest of us. So, now Koof knows what's going on. If I were you, Koof, I would, like, try and make sure that, you're healthy, you have, at least a stockpile of medicine and food, shelf-stable stuff that's gonna be good for a while, clean water, you know. I would go into, like, prepper mindset, but not, like, crazy prepper mindset. It's just like, oh, what can I do to make my life a little bit easier? Smut Witch! Smut Witch is here! But yeah, I would go into, like, a little bit of a prepper mode where it's like, what can I do to make my life easier if, like, say something were to happen and supply chains were to shut down for a couple of weeks because of, like, war or something in this case. And I would just, like, try and, like, or be like, oh, what would I do if everything shut down because there's a zombie apocalypse? Like, make it fun for yourself. Try to make it fun for yourself. So instead of thinking about war, it's like, how would I handle a zombie apocalypse? Because that's basically what's happening. I have to drink my coffee. Hold on a sec. Thank you, Papa. And I came from my mug. Hey, it's me, Vlad. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at some motherfuckers who did this. Yep. To be honest, I want to talk about this myself, and no one around me in my life is hyper-focused so much on those things. No one wants to talk about this. No one wants to talk about this. They just want to live a normal life like always. Why is marshmallow fluff so good? It's so unhealthy. It's because it's sugar. It's literally cocaine for your brain. Cocaine in the brain, cocaine for your brain. We need guns, lots of guns. Okay, pretend, Death, that you're in a zombie apocalypse where guns don't exist. And it's like after the apocalypse, there aren't so many zombies left, but there are like no major manufacturing stations, there's no shipping, you know, most people are gone, you're basically on your own. What can you do to survive? Like think of it as like all of the zombies have just rotted away and you're left. You've managed to survive the mayhem, and it's like Stardew Valley, but occasionally a zombie shows up. You forgot your pizza! Senko, how could you forget your pizza? I guess you have carbon pizza now. How badly burned is it? Did you not smell it burning? Is it badly burned, or is it still edible and it's just like a little bit crispy? I had it twice now. I like it. I don't want unhealthy crap. Yeah, that's why I just don't buy it. Marshmallow fluff is very dangerous. Marshmallows are dangerous. If I have a bag of marshmallows, they'll just be gone. I'll just vacuum and just like... and they'll just be gone. It's bad. Senko. Bro. Lord would take care of everything. My mom, me, angry silence, hearing her words, trying to somehow keep living in spite of everything. Can't really smell due to long COVID nose. Barely have a sense of smell. Oh, Senko, I'm sorry that you burned your pizza. Is it still edible? Can you, like, just scrape off the burnt? So, I'll not bring marshmallows to Conquest. We have to bring marshmallows to Conquest. Those are the rules. We're gonna have a little fire pit. We're gonna roast marshmallows. Mini marshmallows for hot chocolate is good. Yeah, it is. How you doing today, Oana? Ioana. Can I just call you Io? Oh, that's gonna be weird because everybody called me Io in school. Making s'mores at Conquest? Making s'mores at Conquest! It's Canadian, I have to do it. So what'd you miss while dealing with the smoke? Not much. Think of my name as Joanna. Okay. Joanna. I can do that. That's how you pronounce. Okay. It's like my name. There's so many vowels, it makes it difficult. Joanna. Smut Witch. Bringer of glorious, glorious smut. Perfect. I have soda again. Hooray! The small things in life. Oh, I found this cool thing for our camp, and I haven't shown it yet to the others, but it's a potential. Hold on, I gotta find it. Where is the tab with it in it? Ugh. Can't find the tab. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh. Copy image. And then create new from clipboard. I found solar powered garden lights that look like rocks. And Why is it none of my tabs are open? Okay, and oh, gotta get the pictures. I haven't shown these to the others yet. I found wisteria that are also solar powered garden lights. And Dendronia doesn't have any of these. I know, right? The solar powered lights for some reason are surprisingly expensive on AliExpress. Ah! Neff! I'll hydrate in the street. If we go with the name Wisterium, I have ideas. Shrimps! Well, Senko has offered a little bit of his basement. Neff has pooped my snoot! It is the poop snoot. Like the droop snoot. I'm stretching at the same time. But it's a lot less weird. It is the snoot that gets pooped. The poop snoot. So, Senko has offered us a little corner of his basement. And what I was thinking, if it's somehow possible to figure out, is getting like a little hand pump and using that to suck the air out of a vacuum seal bag. So when we pack up the flowers and stuff, we pack them all into a vacuum seal bag, and that way we can suck the air out of it and pack it as tightly as possible so it doesn't take up as much room. Yeah, shit's about to explode in price everywhere. Barrel of oil expect to hit $200 at the moment. It's about $80. Yep. That's why if I order anything now, if I order anything, now is the time to do it. Actually, I wonder if the stuff in my current shopping cart has gone up yet. Nope, hasn't gone up yet. Yeah, it's about $9 a gallon in some places in Germany. I don't know what that is in liters. Mr. Brightside, hello. How you doing? Welcome. We had a talk about angry states of the world today, so be glad you missed that. We've got glowing wisteria flowers and glowing rocks. And the commission that we're working on. It's just in the process of painting the hair when Senko activated my trap card. Her chin's still a little bit off in shape. I see where the problem is. Let's fix that. I'm in the fine details phase. Meows when Snoot is booped. Meow! Not the trap card, yeah. I'm good, thanks. And yay, missing that. Yeah, it was intense. My rage machine was turned on. I was like super tired before that, and then like I immediately woke up because I had a lot to get off my chest. And now Koof knows what's going on in the world. One of our viewers here. He actually wasn't aware of what was happening. So, I believe in keeping people up to date. Because if you're aware, you can be prepared. But I think Senko's probably been feeling sort of the same way as I have been, where it's like we just needed to get it off our chests and talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, we feel like we're unprepared, and then we feel like we're unsafe, and we want the people around us to be prepared and safe as well. So, like, we feel the need to talk about it, but everybody's so exhausted from everything that, like, we're just not talking about things, and then it compounds the problem. Here you go, we all have rage inside. I'm just so tired of fighting everything, you know? Been homeless twice so far. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. You are now the third person I know who's been homeless. I would be homeless too. If it weren't for my parents, I would be homeless. I would have nothing. I'd probably be dead in the gutter, to be honest. So I understand. I understand that why you're tired. Do you stream? Because if you stream, you know, you're welcome to post that in my Discord whenever you go live in the streaming and self-promo channel. If that will help you a little bit with making ends meet. This is how I make money right now. So my parent was sad was the reason I was almost the first. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, most of my community is in the same position I am. We're really poor. All we can do is support each other with views. Necromancer! The Silent Watcher. Mr. Brightside, welcome to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. Necromancer, thank you so much for the gifted sub to the channel. You know I always appreciate it. 2025 has big silver linings, but honestly it's hard to see the forest for the trees after watching it come up in flames. The silver lining is the garbage bag melted at the bottom of the fire dumpster. I talk sometimes. You're actually working. You have a real human job. I just want to say that my basement is a little bit dusty due to the crumbling lime plaster wall, so please, if you can prepackage the stuff you want to be stored, and please label it with as much information as you want, so if you leave Conquest. So if leave Conquest or Discord, I can still send you your items back. Absolutely. By the way, I got allowed to work on an animation for someone's webtoon. Nice. I'll look at your stuff after stream if you've posted it in the Discord, so, for sure. Animators are cool, it's something I wish I could do, but I definitely do not have the patience for it. I'm much better with painting. why it looks wrong. I'll do those details later. I mostly wanted to work on the hair today. Try and get it looking somewhat like the picture, you know? It's gotta be at least a little bit close, right? So nice to be back to painting, not raging. This is much more relaxing. I'm not good at art stuff, sadly. I used to be, but I quit. Well, don't quit. Oh, you found the Discord. Oh. Sorry. Sorry, I should have posted it. Why did I just lose my voice? Ah! Sorry, chaos. Chaos just happened there. Smell good. Right. So did you know that they want to use 10 gigawatts of power? 10 gigawatts to power a data center equivalent to 10 nuclear reactors? To power a data center, the equivalent to 10 nuclear reactors. By the way, to build and power a data center, I heard this and spat out my coat. What? Whoa. Sorry. There were some structural issues with the sentence. I struggled there. What kind of nuclear reactors? Because, I mean, they could go with Copenhagen Atomics. And then they probably only need one. entirely depends on the kind of nuclear reactor, too. Plus, don't nuclear reactors produce more than... Where's my Firefox? Hello? There it is. Three reactors, the Palo Verde nuclear plant in Arizona. Generating capacity. 3,900 megawatt hours. Huh. Most nuclear reactors produce about 1 gigawatt of electricity each. Yep. Might be a lie, of course. AI companies love to lie. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. It's called hallucinate. Yeah. Thank you for the hydrate, Cora. Keep going back to don't work on the mouth, and I'm like, nope, we're working on the hair today. We're working on the hair. Pay attention, say. That light fuzz in the edge of the ear. Look at that. You might not be able to see it because it's too far away. Ah! Sorry, concentrating real hard. Our electric bills are insane. My last 1,500. The fuck? Where do you live? Oh, fish down. Cheese is milk's final form. Cheese is the ultimate form of milk, yes. My brother's nickname is Cheese. God, Gen AI is it's a taboo topic. You'll get Ross going again. It's your AC shit, gold dust. Southern Ohio, it's not even hot there. It's still winter. Are you using electric heating or something? Crikey. Merci. Sorry? Oh. Our electricity nowhere near that price. You spend like $70 a month on electricity if I convert. Do stream and game a lot, but nothing insane. Everyone's bills are nuts here lately. I'm in a house that was built in the 1950s, so nothing is efficient. But yeah, I don't know. I'm having them come check the meter again because that's rent payment just on electric. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a data center nearby and your local government has decided that you're paying the taxes. The data center tax. And by data center tax, I mean you're paying for the data center's electricity. I love painting hair so much. Oh, you're off to panic clean? So you're getting surprised visit? Okay, Senko, have a good day. We do have a lurk command. Enjoy your nap in the shade. I could just paint hair all day. Now imagine what Stargate will do to Yolamo. I almost guarantee it not doxing my exact location, but I between two major cities in Ohio, and they love doing that kind of thing here. Yep, Ohio's not a great place to live. It'd destroy what's left of people's hopes in the system if it goes through. Yeah. You can't paint to save your life? I'm literally just copying a photo. Ooh, hold on, I have it flipped. I've taken all the background out of the photo because it was very distracting when I was trying to figure out the actual background. Oh, see you later, Joanna! You'll get to generate anything you want, and I'll be out of a job. But like, how I learned to do art is just by copying art. It was bad at first, but you just keep going until you do better. Like, this is the character that I'm going as to Conquest. It's the peace list. You know, and this drawing is from like last year sometime or the year before. I don't even know anymore. And, you know, this is where we are with paintings. And this is a commission that I started last February. The people haven't paid yet, and they agreed to pay 50%, and they still haven't paid, so I'm just like, eh. And they said they're like, we're still good. Just deliver it whenever you're done, and I'm alright. They had a very steep discount because they were like my second clients. So I'm just like, I'm so demotivated to work on it. And they're like, yeah, take as much time as you need. And I'm like, are you sure about that? Necromancer thinks he's been waiting a long time, but he pays up front. I have multiple colleges nearby. I can already generate physical art for the cost of a decent meal. Lucky. Those college students are undercutting themselves pretty severely. I barely talk to real people. You want me to talk to AI? Lol. You can roleplay with a chatbot and it'll be super intelligence. At least that's what we're told. I shared something to, I think it was the Corner of Woe in the Discord, and it's just two LLMs, like, talking to each other. And it's nothing but buzzwords. It's so awful. Oh my god, my cat is curled up on the end of my bed. He's so cute. I'm gonna take a quick jaunt to the little demon's room. I will be right back. Everybody make sure you get up and stretch. I'll see you in a moment. I'm back. Did I scare you? I'm standing up now. But think about it, you can generate millions of fingerless abominations. Rather spend money to hire a good artist than do that. I actually undercharged for this painting, but I needed the money, so I took on the commission anyways. Plus, it gets me more clients, which gets me more word of mouth, which gets me more clients, and the more clients I have, the more in demand I am, and then the more I can charge for my services. But I generally, like, put myself at about $25 an hour, which is about what I would want to earn. So when you pay for one of the pet commissions, you get $25 an hour. That's what you're hiring me for. And sometimes I'll go a little bit over time if I'm, like, really enjoying the painting. And of course with streaming, like, I get a little bit distracted. So, there's a lot of periods where I'm standing around just talking and not painting. So this painting's taking me a little bit longer because, like, for the first hour and a half, we barely touched this thing at all. Right? But after stream, I'm gonna take a walk around the block, maybe a little bit into the neighborhood, and then, because I want to get some exercise for Conquest, and then I'm gonna come back and work on it some more and probably finish it up. Because, like, the dress is kind of more or less done. The background needs a little bit of work, like just cleaning up the walls and stuff, and the wood pillars and the curtains, the floor. You know, they're just kind of messy. But the dress is more or less done. It's just the ruffle around the bust and details on the bag. It's basically like I'm going down to finer and finer brush strokes as I go through the painting. So at this point I'm just working top to bottom from the hair down. So when I come back from the walk, I'll probably do her antlers and then do her shoulder area, upper chest, and then I'll work on the ruffle around the breasts, because that's what they are, around the chest, the breast area. And then just slowly inch my way down the painting, refining it, and then it'll be done. But, like, the skirt part is more or less, it just needs some... Damn, and then this is the guy who did the 50-cent commission. What? You're lost. I'm gonna generate a hot dog eating a computer and then flying to Jupiter. AI animations be like that? Yeah, no, they're bad. Just kind of feeling drained already. Well, Ross, find something to bring yourself joy. Draw a picture, get out, go for a walk, get some sun if it's sunny there. I went for a walk yesterday and I feel fantastic today. That's about what I pay for silly stuff like D&D characters and stuff. What, $25 an hour? You did a 50-cent commission once? I mean, do you think it was worth 50 cents? I once sold a drawing of a Charizard for $1. It was just a pencil drawing and it was identical to the card. And then the store got mad at me. They're like, you can't sell stuff in here. It's like, it's a drawing. You don't even sell those. They're like, yeah, but they could spend it on something in the store. And I'm like, well, they didn't. And they weren't going to. My wallet hurts for you. Like, was it a stick figure? Like, how much is 50 cents worth in your nation's currency? Because there is conversion and cost of living and stuff that you gotta factor into places. Like, I charge 25 USD an hour, and I'm Canadian. It was a Lego monkey kid drawing. Yeah. You're gonna head out now? Okay. Enjoy your nap in the shade or whatever it is you intend to do. Ross, you need to learn to just let things go. Remember what I said? Letting things go is just the most freeing thing ever, and then somebody honked really loud. Go watch that video. It'll make you laugh at least. $0.50 here can only buy you a soda? Wow, that's cheap soda. I remember when sodas were 50 cents here. Now they're like $4. It's $1 they couldn't get anything. Anyway, maybe buy a piece of candy. Yeah, which the store doesn't even sell. A soda for 59 cents. You're making me jealous, yeah. For 50 cents. 9 is next to the 0. Oh yeah, like a vending machine soda here will run you like $3.50 Canadian. And that's just a can. It's not even a bottle. The bottles are like $4.50. Depending on where you live. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, 50 cents can't even buy you a gumball here. That's true. They're like 75 cents or $1 now. Maybe even $1.25, depending. And that's American 50 cents. 50 cents gets you a 2-liter of Coke, bro! Americans are being hustled, yo. We are being hustled. 100%. A 2-liter, I couldn't even tell you. They're like $7. Yeah, soda's like 5 USD at the local convenience store. Which means it's like $7.50 Canadian. A bag of chips is like $8.95 or something. And that's not even like a regular bag of chips. That's... everything's shrinkflation here. Yep. This is why we're like having problems with like inflation spiraling and stuff. Hear me? Ah! I'm back again. And damn it, there's more feathers. Hi. The cat toy is repeatedly losing feathers and I keep finding them. Even though I just put it back together. How much are Oreos? I don't know, I haven't purchased Oreos in like 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, Koof, these prices are coming everywhere. in Canada, the average McDonald's meal, like we're talking value meal, will run you like $12. If you want something good, like a Big Mac meal, you're paying like $17. No, I don't go to that aisle. I need to stay strong. Yeah, really. When I need an Oreo hit, I don't care how much they cost. Oreos are 80 cents? Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I have to go check this. Let's go search the grocery store. How much is a pack of Oreos at the cheapest grocery store that I know? For the regular, just like 400 and something grams of Oreos, regular Oreos, is $1.03 per 100 grams. So 439 grams, it's $4.50 for a pack of Oreos at the cheapest grocery store that I know. And that's like the cheapest garbage food you can buy. So, real food, more expensive than that. Rhea, how you doing? Soda's 30 cents. What are those prices? Yeah, but like, what's your hourly minimum wage in your country, Goof? You're sick. Oh no. I hope you get better soon. Yeah, what is your minimum wage in your nation, Goof? And do you have universal health care? Our taxes are also like, on prepared foods, I believe it's 13% or 15%. So take that $4.50 and add 13% to it. At least. $5. That's $5 American dollars. Your Oreos cost more than mine, Necromancer. What the hell? Your inflation is wild. A large soda from the KFC near me is like $5.50 USD. You don't even get access to the machine, so no refill. If you don't ask for no ice, 75% of it will be ice. Absolutely, yeah. You sit down, Ian. Back with a better Twitch connection. Welcome back. Thanks for the hydrate. Hi, Conk Lobster. Good morning. How you doing? And Neffa's boop my snoop. It is the boop snoop. Like the doop snoop. But it's a lot less weird. It's the boop snoop. The snoop that gets boop. The boop snoop. Why so mean? Why at me? Chaos, fire, flames, destruction. Woohoo! Yay, we did! Your back hurts? Oh no. You should lie down on the floor for a little while and maybe roll around a bit. Also, it's like 8,000 degrees in here. What is the temperature outside right now? -2. We've got a high of -2 today. I can't go out in my t-shirt today. Aww. It's gonna be 12 on Saturday, but with 90% chance of rain. But 12 degrees, and tomorrow it's gonna be 4. Also, I found something that I need to get for Nameless if I ever do like a modern version of Nameless, which is my Incubus character. And they're hilarious. Just like man-shaped water bottles. You're gonna go get Tube? Well, are you gonna get Tube to, like, do that back massage like a tiny Chinese woman, except it's tubular troll? Back pain is terrible. For the yaoi enjoyer, yes. Pretty bad. Minimum wage here is like $200 a month. Yeah, that's, no wonder that, you know, your food is so inexpensive. Do they sell for both sexes? I haven't found one for women. Like, this is for hen party, so I guess I gotta search for stag party. Hold on. I haven't found one yet, but it's strange because I always find that sort of thing. Because the internet apparently thinks I want to just look at naked women. Oh my god. Hold on, I found something really funny though. I did just find something really funny. Their sunglasses. But the worst part is, one of the advertisements has them on a fucking kid. And I'm like, oof. So I'm just gonna close that now. And that. Okay, I hate this. I fear this. Here's some pretty glowing wisteria flowers. You need that. Well, they're called Novelty Leg Hip Sunglasses. Fun orange silly glasses for holiday party. On AliExpress. So there's that. I still haven't found if they have a bottle of just like a woman, like the man ones. I'm pretty sure they do because I've seen them around. But do I know the search term for it? No, I just searched for the image that I had from another website of the man bottle. And I just immediately searched for the image on AliExpress. Would you just come back to? Things. And stuff. Look, glowing rocks. See lady shot glasses? Yeah, they have them. They also have, shot glasses shaped like dicks. I hate when adults teach their kids to be sex past. It's more the having adult lady legs wrapped around a child's head is alarming. Even if it's supposed to be like a funny novelty thing, and you're like, your eyes are looking through the butt cheeks. Even if it's supposed to be a funny thing, like, those are for adults, not for kids. Yaoi, no biggie. Yep. You came back to Yaoi. Hey Senko, how you doing? Welcome back. we were looking at silly things on the internet. You know the bottle that I posted in my thread, on Nameless's thread? In the Mercifairy server? I was showing that off, and then people asked me if there was, what kind of things are you searching for that those things pop up regularly? It's the internet, Necromancer. What do you think? I'm not searching for anything. They just pop up. And I'm like, yes, this. But also, you know, you're searching for art references of human beings, so you're like, oh, this person in this pose, and it's just like, here's a human torso water bottle. And I'm like, okay. I didn't think I needed that, but thank you, internet. Apparently I did, because I play an Incubus, and I'm like, yes, this would be hilarious. I kind of panic cleaned. Should be ready for the visitor now. Nice. But yeah, they have like, they have shot glasses for men and women. So you can get the torso shot glasses that are just the like muscly man torso, or you can get the ones that are just like titties. I guess the internet shows you what you want to see. I get 3D printers, cars, computers. I get those things too. What's your question? So did you see your olive monster? Yes, I saw it a few days ago when you shared it. We're all stupid, Roman. It's fine. But you see, you find one of those things, and then you go down the rabbit hole of what other crazy shit is out there, and that's my favorite thing to do. And of course, you go to Throne, and anytime Throne posts for people to post their wish list, I love going through people's wish list to see what kind of insane shit that they're asking for from the internet. It's like a pastime. It's a hobby. And so this is how I find most of these things, because whenever Throne's like, share your wish list, you get all of the like OnlyFans streamers who are like, buy me stuff. And it's just full of, like, adult toys and other spicy, materials. And so you get the person who's like, here's all these Lego things and all of this Disney stuff. And another person's like, here's stuff for my cat. And then it's just like, the next person's like sex toys, like pages of sex toys. I'm like, yep, that's the internet. So if you're wondering what I'm searching for, it's because I've been to those pages. I see a lot of Magic the Gathering video game stuff. See, I never see any Magic the Gathering stuff because I never seek it out, right? Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. Indeed, absolutely. Conk. Conk, you have the best emotes. They can sell the toys in the local community and become a toy dealer. I saw one dude with like 10,000 pounds of lube on his throne. Yep. You can buy like 50-gallon drums of lube. Yeah, here's my list for kids. Here's a list for full-on sex machines. Yep, Mr. Brightside knows. Life-size equestrian member. Yep, that's also a thing you can buy. And then there's the one with the squirting tube in it. I have seen too much of the internet. Hold up! The QB has seen all kinds of things. The internet is a crazy place, ain't it? Absolutely. I love how unhinged the world is. But then there's... Hold on. That is not what I meant to open. Find similar items. Jesus Christ. And then, you know, you're looking for the man water bottle. And you get stuff that's like this. And it's super cute. And then, of course, you have the man water bottle right next to it in the listing. You're like, yeah, that tracks. The naughty flying lizard site. Yes, bad dragon. Unless you're talking about Nalthasaur. I know the brands. You can purchase an IBC container of lube for like 3K or so. Yep. The ones that push eggs inside of a person. Those are called ovipositors. Enjoy your sex toy education. But look at this cat model, isn't it cute? Marinette, what a time to come in. Oh my god, hello, hi, how you doing? Yeah, we're talking about weird sex toys on the internet. Mr. Brightside, I've seen horrible things. Oh, Koof, Bad Dragon is the brand you're looking for. So search Bad Dragon, unless your country is like against kind of weird stuff like that and you can get in trouble for it, in which case don't. You can thank us later. Bad Dragon and Nalthasaur. Yeah, we were talking about, like, weird sex toys, and somebody brought up the like, life-size equestrian member, someone, meaning necromancer. And then, Mr. Brightside mentioned the one that pushes eggs inside of people. Those are called ovipositors. Because you're depositing eggs. Or ovum. I know what they're called. I wasn't gonna announce it to the class. Well, it's been announced. Have you heard of the story about the Nimbus 2000 toy? I haven't heard the story about it, but I'm not surprised that such a thing actually exists. I might go back to pondering my tome. Some people are just into weird shit, Necromancer. Poor Senka! Who even uses body pillows? Who even needs body pillows? There are some that are just made out of pure silicone, so no, they don't. It's a vibrating broomstick. Goof, I have one! Oh. I thought that was a response to death. I was like, Goof, what? I have a body pillow, but it's not like anime girl body pillow. It's just a long pillow that I hug at night because I have problems with my knees and my hips. It has glow-in-the-dark stars on it, but I put a cover on it, so now it's just, brown. It's made out of material left over from one of my old curtains. Hira has redeemed the street. Hello, Hira. Mikasa Kurisu. I have seen toys so big they can be best described as traffic cones, and yet some people still fit them inside them, which is alarming. It was for kids, but many female teenagers started to buy it. The Nimbus 2000 you're talking about. Foul AI advertisements. Write down the company name and put them on blast. Do not buy from companies that make AI ads. Yes, well, I mean, I can understand why many of the female teenagers started to buy that one because you can't buy an actual. Thank you, Necromancer, for saving Conch Lobster from the AI advertisements. You have to be 18 or older to buy adult toys. So, I can understand why teenage females were buying the toy meant for children. But Conch Lobster, welcome back to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. Saw one ad about Twerk Masters. What the hell? Say we'll never see the Olive Monster redesign. I will look at it after stream. No, it was because they're big fans of Harry Potter! In Sex Toy News, did anyone see the McDonald's commercial making the rounds? I have not. Where did you put the Olive Monster redesign? Because I just see, like, Koof's little... Well, oh god, I can't play that. Koof, these animations are actually really good. Like, for being done on your phone, those are really good. Oh, desktop audio's turned off. Good. People wouldn't be able to hear it anyways if I played it. Isn't there one state that regulates how many toys you're allowed to own? What? What the fuck? Nobody can tell me how many toys I can own. Fuck those guys. As a matter of fact, they need to... I bet you they're hoarding them for themselves. Maybe they should get unfucked. These mobile game ads are wild. Seriously, what the fuck, Texas? So how many... All I know is my ex has like 300 plus toys. Wow. That's a lot. How do you afford that? Jesus Christ. You warned me it was loud. I don't remember this warning. Oh, you put some in your library. I was looking in arting. That's interesting. You definitely have an interesting concept of design for characters, I have to say. It's different. I'm not sure what to make of it, but it's interesting. Alright, unfortunately, done eating, and it's such a need to get back to pondering. Alright, see you later, Conch Lobster. Thanks for coming by. McDonald's wanted to advertise their new burger by showing... Oh, yes, that one! It looks like he doesn't even want to be there and takes the tiniest bite imaginable. He's like, oh, yes, a big bite for a big arch. And I'm just like, that wasn't a bite, that was a nibble. Like, he looked like he was not enjoying that thing. And he's like, oh, yes, this is my lunch today. Hello, fellow children. Other burger companies made their own versions with their CEOs taking big bites of their burgers and enjoying them. Yeah. It's no wonder, like, McDonald's food has gone down the tubes because the people who make it don't eat it. He called it a good product. And he's like, yeah, and we've got, like, this bun with, like, poppy seeds and sesame seeds on it. As if, like, that was some new invention. Like, he's never seen it before. A good product. Yes. I've had a big arch, and it was just sad. Like, it was miserable. I wish I could eat cheeseburgers. Are you lactose intolerant? She sells OF content, so they're all gifted to her or off her wish list. I still find the one hilarious. It involved, a mold that got requested a lot when we were together. What? Is she a succubus or something? You could compare them to one. Yeah. I mean, OF content is a great way to make money because that's pretty much the only way to make money. All of the rich people are absolute degenerates, and all of the poor people have no jobs. So in the US, you make OF content because that's the only way to get by. Ah! A mold of someone's hand, yes. Prefer going to a local mom and pop restaurant instead of McDick's. Or so when I go, it's well planned out. It's never spontaneous. Yeah. It was a very cruel, godlike being who summons our Iker, who is made of golden blood, and silver dust, who is made of silver dust. Both are very poisonous. Well, And it's an olive. It's very strange. I'll tell you that. It's very unusual. Your mind works in strange ways, Roman. I'm not sure if I should be scared of you or not. Oh, Necromancer went and found the video. It is pretty sad. Like, I saw it and I'm like, wow. Any desire I had for McDonald's has just evaporated. You'd be terrified. Have you ever seen Paris Hilton, the Carl's Jr. commercial? To be fair, I don't think I've seen a commercial in a long time. Not one that I can remember anyways. Like, yeah, I go to a Twitch channel every now and then and I get some commercials, but I've stopped paying attention. My brain just automatically blocks out any form of advertisement. But I can tell you, Voice Critical, like, reviewing the Burger King Whopper thing, that's, like, supposed to be the competitor to the Big Arch, makes me want to go to Burger King. And it's weird, because, like, Burger King used to be, like, the worst of the worst. Like, you could not get anything good at Burger King. You were more likely to get food poisoning and, like, a colony that's gonna form a constitutional monarchy in your stomach than anything else at Burger King. But the last couple of times I've been to a Burger King, it's actually been really good. Have you heard that McDonald's is working with hospitals and stuff? Maybe that's why he didn't like eating the burger. Wait, why wouldn't you want to eat the burger if McDonald's is working with... All are the troublemakers of humanity's greatest achievements or archivements? Archivements? The CEO eating burgers war is too dumb. Is so dumb, pay your worker. Yes. I'm fighting against YouTube doom scrolling. That's why I only have open tabs and I generally watch only crafting or news. And I watch the news, rather, I listen to the news on 2x speed just to get through it faster. It's like that one SpongeBob episode where Mr. Krabs tries a Krabby Patty and he said, "Oh, that's how I taste like..." What? Does he think they're using sick kids to make the burgers? Maybe they are. Achievements. Sorry, my correction. Look at the meme. The video is just 45-second long video. I'm either having a stroke or everybody's English is terrible. Carl's Jr. commercial. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, gotta open it in actual YouTube because ad blocker. Alright. I mean, she's got a nice body. Damn. Carl's Jr. is gonna sell a lot of burgers. Thanks for calling my vision terrifying. It is terrifying. I love it. Now we're illiterate. My English is beautiful. Like, it doesn't help that I am, like, brutally exhausted. I'm so tired. Yeah, I think Carl's Jr. is gonna sell a lot of burgers. I've never had Carl's Jr. because I don't think we have one. Ah, lesbians. They were making bedroom eyes at each other. I don't think I've ever been to Carl's Jr. That painting looks like you suffered to make it. I say it's worth it. I don't suffer when making paintings. I enjoy it. Lesbian wear in the Carl's Jr. ad. They were 100% making bedroom eyes at each other at the end. Same mind. Great minds think alike. Empty barrels sound the same. It's a saying in my house. It's, if you go to my Discord, Mr. Brightside, it's in the memery. Empty barrels, indeed. I have to make the comment, I'll empty your barrels. Arias! What a time to come in! Hello! Clink, clink. Yep, I just got cans to the face. I'm not saying no, but lol. Yeah, well, there was a few years where they were famous for their commercials and became their thing for a bit, but after a while they started to get targeted by a lot of people for objectifying women to sell hamburgers. Hi, Arias. Fucking spell check. Every time I hear about, like, autocorrect, I always think about that one damn you autocorrect, where it's like, suctioning kids tonight, and it's like, what? Auctioning kids. And then the person's like, huh? And then it's auctioning kids for play tonight. The person was like, are you okay? The person was like, auto cat rectal bird seed. See, autocorrect. And it lives rent-free in my mind, so bird seed is just a swear word now. So every time I think of autocorrect, that comes up. Every time I think about bird seed, that also comes up, and it just lives there in my head. Alright, Coop, you have a great day. Or night. I think it's... What time is it there? It's gotta be quite late. I can see why people would be like, you're objectifying women! Like, yes. Maybe, like, 10 years ago I would have thought that, but nowadays I'm just like, no, that tracks. It's actually kind of funny, and it's hilarious, and, you know, maybe we should not objectify women, but also, women are hot. And I'm straight. Like, I am very straight. Like, I'm not into women, but, like, I'm sorry, they're hot. Men are hot, too. At least they can be. Just looked like the start of a porn video. Yeah, that's the whole point. Because sex sells. Why do you think, you know, Mr. Brightside's friend has so many sex toys? Because sex sells. She probably makes her living just making OF content. Nowadays, you don't even have to be hot because people will have every kind of fetish and kink and ideal, and people are no longer afraid of showing that. Which is actually kind of nice in a way because it's very freeing to be able to, like, yes, I can accept myself for who I am. Just don't be creepy. There's nothing wrong with adult content. Just don't expose it to children, and don't be creepy about it. If the person you're propositioning says no, take no. It's a complete sentence. If you're being creepy and somebody says don't, that's a complete sentence. And it's 7 p.m., you're just lazy, or you're just tired. Go have your nap. Enjoy your sleep. Nap in the shade. We have a lurk command. You can lurk. Just turn off the, just mute the tab. If you want to hang out. You know, a few years ago I was being really careful with how I wrote, and by the time I finished the topic in chat, I'd already moved on. Nowadays I don't give a fuck anymore. I just send it. Yep, absolutely. In this chat you can just say things. The fact that they call it thick burger, then use 0 thick people in the ad lame. It was thick for a different reason. Not my kind of women, but fair point. Fair enough. And, like, that's fine. But for the general majority, you know, the women in that video are considered very hot. Like, it's an average, right? You're getting just sort of like an aggregate. Let me see if I can find the one that got them in a lot of trouble. Fair enough, fair enough. She makes an amazing living and is way hotter than I ever understood liking me. Indeed, no means no, and no response is a no. Yep. Silence is not an invitation. Well, all that stuff is getting more and more blocked worldwide. Yeah, it's not gonna last. All these religious people are actually the most closeted, horniest, like, sick fucks. The repressed people are absolutely the worst, and they will be into the most degenerate, mind-boggling shit you can imagine, but they want to be like, no, I am righteous, which is, you know, every accusation is a confession, and I add to that every virtue touted is a sin committed. That's how I feel about it. Every time somebody tells me how virtuous and pure they are, I'm just like, you're actually evil. You're probably one of the worst human beings. From church people, I heard the most horny and strange stories ever. Oh, absolutely. The more repressed you are, the more sick you get. That's what I feel like. It's also like the more money you have, the more evil you are. This is why I'm, like, afraid to become famous and have lots of money. I, like, objectively hate money. Which is why I want universal basic income, so that, you know, I can live the way I want to live without having too much, still have the things I need cared for, like healthcare and whatnot, public transit, etc. You know, infrastructure. And, you know, not have to worry about where my next meal is coming from or how I'm going to pay my next bill. So that I can, you know, save up for the course of the year and go to Germany without any worries about, am I going to be able to afford it or am I going to be left in the lurch? I'm pretty comfortable admitting I'm deeply flawed and don't understand the people that pretend to be good. They're just lying to themselves because they can't accept that they're actually the problem. I am definitely not a perfect individual. I'm very far from it, and I accept this. That's just the way it is. But I try to be a little bit better every day, but I'm not gonna, like, shit on anyone for making mistakes unless it's, like, involving children. Like, don't fuck around with that. Be a responsible fucking adult. I'd be okay just making it by. Like, I want to, you know, make sure I have the savings in case something bad happens. Like, my family's alright because, you know, we saved really hard when we were working. I'm the only one that doesn't have any savings. I'm, like, totally fucked if anything happens to my family. But, like, I'm trying to build up a reservoir of money that goes into stocks, into the economy the way it should. But, you know, everybody should be able to participate in that, not just the rich. The rich are the ones who should be paying all the taxes. If I had money, I would invest it into national parks, helping communities more, instead of just hoarding it. Well, yeah, that's why you pay taxes, right? That's what your taxes are supposed to go to. And because we're not taxing the people with the most money, we're taxing the people with the least money. We're not actually getting much out of our taxes. Because if overall your people were richer, you'd be able to keep your taxes relatively low for everybody, but you would still be getting more money in return. It's just people feel like they're being robbed when, you know, like, oh, your taxes go to childcare, but you don't have any children. It's like, well, it benefits all of society, because eventually those children are going to grow up and some of them are going to become nurses or doctors, and they're going to take care of you in your old age. But they don't see that. Like, the rich people just don't see that. They just see it as, oh, why should I pay for childcare when I don't have any children? Well, who's going to take care of you when you're older? It's those other people's children. And if they can't afford to go to school and become doctors and nurses who are going to take care of you when you're dying, what are you going to do? You're probably going to die early. You're probably just going to, like, starve to death in your house or something. Because you can't get food and there's no one to care for you. Like, really, think about it. I mean, more than just taxes on my own private money. Yeah, well, this is why UBI is so good, right? Because then people have the resources to do the things that they really want to do. So if you had UBI, you would probably make more effort to do things in, like, a national park setting. I'm surprised that, like, if you're so interested in national parks, why don't you become a ranger? Why don't you try to find a job in national parks, Senko? Go into ecology. Like, there's gotta be something, right? I know you love the outdoors and making stuff, and could find the earlier one, but this one is very similar. Thinking about it, posted in the memory. The all-natural burger Super Bowl ad. Oh, how many millions of dollars did they spend on this? Wow. That's hilarious. Did you know that in Ontario, women are allowed to go topless? We're allowed to. It's legally permitted, but nobody ever does. But yeah, if I wanted to, I could walk down my street topless. And nobody is allowed to say anything. Then even the ones with the children probably make too much money to apply for programs as taxes are funding. So they hate them because they're paying for taxes and then paying out of pocket. Well, you see, that's the thing with universal health care and child care. Everybody is entitled to it, whether you're rich or not. And if everybody had UBI and was making the same amount of income, if you were taxed at like 95% once you reach a certain tax bracket, you know, you would be at a point where you would get the free child care anyways. Because it would be covered, and if you're getting private childcare, it's because you choose to have the private childcare instead, and you would be making enough money to be able to afford it. But you would be just as entitled to the free childcare and the free healthcare and the free everything else social services that everybody else is getting, because that's how socialism works. In Germany, it's also legal. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually studying this kind of stuff. I already did the online classes on a Canadian university. Oh, which one? I love permaculture gardening and swales, groundwater recharge and stuff. I'm really into that stuff too, Senko. Unfortunately, America is never going to let us get to that point. You never know. I mean, you're seeing like a complete swing in the opposite direction. And, once that happens, once those systems are in place and people get like universal health care, the chances of losing things like universal health care are very slim. And every experiment we've done with universal basic income says that it works. On any scale, whether it's micro or macro, it always works. It's just, in the United States, you have things like lobbyists trying to prevent that. And the thing is, the same thing is happening in Ontario. They're trying to dismantle the universal healthcare system by making it so god-awful that, that people are like, well, I might as well go to a private practice because I can't afford it. Because, you know, the government's made so many cuts. And, people are seeing what's happening in the United States, and with everything, y'all, the threats that old dump is, well, dumping on us all the time. Oh, Canadians are starting to smarten up and go, maybe we shouldn't go in this direction, because, like, look what's happening to all the people in America. Look what's happening to all these Usonians. They're struggling. They're struggling to eat, to survive, to live. Like, what are you gonna do, tax me for breathing next? You're gonna have a monitor that tells me how many breaths I get before I have to pay? Because, I wouldn't put it past some company to try and do that. Okay. Okay. Am I? I'm still streaming. I can go on my own. My dad's trying to remind me to go for a walk around the block. I am, like, way over time. But, like, I'm having a good conversation, right? I didn't get much painting done today, unfortunately. I wouldn't say that America's never going to get there, but I think it's important to fight for it. Fight for the world that you want to live in. Let's go find someone to raid. Wow, there's so many people on right now. It's like everybody goes live just after I get off. It's 2. We're going to Tube. Saskatchewan, Canada, you know, was it Athabasca? Oh, we're going to tube. Alright, everybody, that's it. We're off sailing to other waters. May you wash ashore in distant land and find new adventures for the day. You can finally be bees. This is good news. Bees? I want to be a beekeeper. Yep, I'm gonna go for a walk. Probably just by myself. It helps me think. But, yeah. You guys have a great day. Necromancer! Roman, welcome to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted sub. I will see you guys tomorrow, and remember, I love you. Bye-bye.